my life. And so they took me in an ambulance to the hospital. My cousin, for some reason, decided to tell the hospital, it wasn't true, that I didn't have insurance. So they kept me in the ER and were helping me. But like when people came to visit me, they were like, they flushed my system. I was hooked up, and they're like, he's fine, so you guys can leave whenever you want. They did no tests. They did nothing like that because they said I didn't have insurance. So they're like, yeah, he's fine. His blood alcohol level is fine. And then they were, my girlfriend at the time was like, we can't wake him up. Like, what do you mean he's fine? Like, look, like they're shaking me, and they're like, we can't wake him up. Like, and they're like, so he's obviously just not sleeping. They had to get smelling salts, and then when they finally did that, I got up like this, and then that went right back. Like, I was out, and they never ended up doing any tests on me because my cousin told me they didn't have insurance. So I left there the next morning without knowing what happened. That was ridiculous.
Probably GHB.
Yeah, but G wouldn't make you throw up.
No, exactly.
It what?
It wouldn't make you throw up.
Really?
You would be completely fucked up, annihilated, but you don't throw up on G.
You would be able to be walked around, or you'd be complete ragdoll, but you would not be puking, and that's what I said. It couldn't have been, not like somebody slipped me something like that. It's like if something else was put in there, because I've never in my entire life
felt like that.
First of all, I've never been that drunk. My body won't let me get that drunk because I just start throwing up. And so it's like, I don't know what it was, but that was...
I can't believe they won't run tests on you.
Said I didn't have insurance, and according to them, they're like, where was he? A bar. It's just alcohol. When the alcohol leaves the system,
they're not allowed to do that to you.
Well, no, they're allowed. They gave me, they gave me service and care, but they knew I wasn't going to die, and so they weren't going to run unnecessary tests to find out what wasn't going to kill me. You know what I mean? Or as if I would have,
well, I don't know how they knew you wasn't going to die. You were unconscious.
Yeah, it was bad.
They didn't want to go that extra step for you.
Yeah.
That's
I was yelling at my cousin. I was like, he's like, yeah, they said they wouldn't do stuff. I was like, if I'm ever like that, you tell them, I don't give a fuck. You find out what's wrong. You know what I mean? Like, you find out why.
Oh my God, I got this crazy story. I just don't know if I could really tell it on TV. Yeah, probably not.
Isn't that crazy how that is?
Okay, I'm gonna tell it anyway. All right. It's funny. All right, so
Well, you don't know if you're gonna tell it because of me?
Let's just no, it wasn't about that. Let's just say a birdie told me, or this guy told me about this story that this guy had.
Okay.
So there was two people. I think it was it wasn't even a true story. There's two guys sitting on a couch. They're like completely stoned out of their minds. Okay? Like bad. Like just.
You guys figure out what differences you guys may have, and it's in kind of like.
I didn't know there was anything else.
No. I mean, I don't think there's anything else, but you know what I mean.
Right.
So.
Okay.
I mean, that would just be a suggestion for me to say to you.
No, that's very fair. Very fair.
But I mean, I think today was just really irritated with everything. It just woke up and exploded.
Yeah.
And now everybody's calming down and coming back down.
Yeah.
I can't wait till I have my day and I just go off on everybody.
Bitch, if you go off on me, I am going to beat you down.
Boom!
And hold you on the floor and just punch you in the nose.
Now I'll never be a teen model.
I can never be a teen model. I can't believe you just broke that out. I love that movie. Love it.
I was waiting for the basketball to get thrown at my face in order to break that line.
Marsha.
Let's go outside. Now that I
Roger Dodger.
I don't know why I don't have a.
And he's like, my buddy's going like 40, 50, like the speed limit. He's like, you fucking drive this thing as fast as you can. So my other buddy starts just, he's just like, fuck it, just starts hauling ass. And he pulls up to the ER, And the you know, one of the buddies like walking in, the other guy's like running inside. Okay, no. Needless to say, both of my buddies just reeked of marijuana, like reeked of weed, and they run into the ER, and there's everybody, and he's freaking out. And he's like, "My heart's gonna explode!" Like screaming.
Oh my god!
And you know the ER is packed with people like sitting there, like quiet, you know, uncomfortable silence. He's screaming, and
Oh no.
and the woman behind the counter is like, "Fill out this form." Blah 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 blah. So my buddy gets the form, fills out his name. He's like, "Bam! My heart's gonna explode!" Jumps up on the counters, freaks out.
Oh, no.
Like grabs the woman. Is like, "You don't understand. I'm having a heart attack."
What was he on?
He grabs
Marijuana.
Marijuana?
He grabs the woman's hand. It's like, "Feel my chest. Feel my chest." Like
Just flip
freak.
down.
They say we have parking garage for their toys.
Memphis, please go to the diary room.
I dread going in there. It's almost like, "April, please report to the principal's office."
I know.
You know? You feel like a bad feeling. I'm like,
What do you eat?
oh.
I'm gonna sit down with you. I'm just giving you some chips. Hey, and chips. Michelle, can you pass me some chips?
Okay, babe. What do you want? Chips. What?
The Lay's, the regular Lay's.
You want the bake?
No, girl, I don't do bake.
Fried.
Is this the only type of chip we have?
No, we have tortilla chips, baked chips.
No, like Doritos or anything?
That's what I'm saying.
That seems.
I think that's it.
Thanks, April, for washing dishes.
April,
Again.
your poor hands.
Oh, I think they're alright. I just, why can't we have a dishwasher? Is what I'm.
How do we have 3 of those? That's a new one, right?
Yeah.
I took the one from the toilet.
What do you mean? I
I
didn't get
couldn't-
anything out of the toilet. But
I thought somebody threw them both away, so did Angie.
Oh, good.
Because they're starting to stink.
Okay, well then.
this might be just new ones then.
Okay,
The
I'm like.
one is brand new. You can
Yeah, this
easily
one's
tell.
brand
yeah.
new.
Okay.
I would just maybe
Throw the other 2 away?
Yeah, cause smell them. Like they're really bad.
I don't want to. Right
You know
They
what I'm
don't
saying?
smell like anything. Like detergent. But I can throw them away. Is there another one down there
Yeah,
though?
there's like 2 more in there.
Okay, then I'll throw these away.
Yeah, they're probably restocked us or something. I don't know. Any ice? You know what? My mom used to get so mad before ice makers were made. People use the ice and put the tray back in there.
Oh, no.
She would lose it.
Oh, that's what
You know, that's just the one. You know, I'm just, thinking about her after. Just little things make you think about.
This is the first time I live with somebody, like, for the first time in, like, I would
too.
say, like, 8 years.
It's hard, huh?
Me too.
When you're so used to
I've
being on
always
your
had
own.
my own
This is like my
space.
freshman year.
It is so hard. You know?
I know. It's different.
It's out there. I'm gonna go outside and sit down.
Got this some candy. Any Twizzlers? Twizzlers! Come on. Help me out.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Hey, Jesse, you want to come out? I'm gonna go sit outside and eat.
I got one more bite and I'll just come outside.
Okay.
All right. I'll see you in a minute.
See ya. Thank you for making that.
No problem.
Like, I'm really excited about that.
I know, me too. Might have to get another pack.
What's that?
So I might have to go get another pack.
You want me to get it? I'll get it.
No, I'm gonna see if I need it first. I don't know if I'm gonna need it. I'm probably gonna, but I don't know yet. Yeah, actually, I haven't got a bottle.
All right, I'll get it. Hold up.
Harnesses and masks with the zippers and just on like a Sunday.
What?
I was like, what did I come in on?
We were talking about San Francisco. It's
How
the conversations go.
I mean, they have a race every year where there's like a couple of thousand people.
Yeah, I
in
heard
that Bay
San
of Breakers
Francisco
running
was
completely naked.
pretty much like that.
That's what our Montrose area is like downtown, in Houston. Have you been to Chances?
I wish we had street parades.
I can't wait till you see it.
I've been to Chances like
South
we
Beach?
would go when I was in college, and it would be Wednesday night was techno night. My
I want to go
God.
to Key West.
That was a lot of fun.
Hey,
31.
together.
I know.
Do you remember? Let's see. I would have been. Were you in high school or were you in the late '80s, early '90s?
Yeah, I've been there all my life.
Okay. Do you remember? It would have been, I think, 90, possibly 91. Some teenagers from the Woodlands went down to the bar Heaven. Remember that used to be the big gay bar down there was called Heaven, and they gay bashed and killed
They
a guy.
killed the guy, but they beat him up.
Yeah, I knew all those guys.
They beat him up?
Yep. I was friends with their girlfriends. Like, there were all these guys, and I was friends with their girlfriends. Like, I kind of knew them, and we sort of hung out. And so I knew those guys just through passing. I knew all them. I was at the girl's house. The guys were in hiding when it was sort of coming out what they had done, and they were hiding from the cops because I think
they were
running
like
from the
getting.
cops,
Well, they were just figuring. They were trying to find them one by one, and then they was.
Exactly. I was at one of the girls' house when the guys was like throwing rocks at her windows to talk to her, and she went outside and talked to him, and she came back in. She goes, "I don't think I'm ever going to see him again." She's like, he's thinking about turning himself in. He doesn't know what to do. They're on his tail. They're about to find him.
Why did they do that to the guy? Because he was gay?
They were gay bashers. They were just gay bashers. They were, after the fact, I heard the story that apparently they had done it numerous times. They would just go to where bars were, and they just thought it was fun. I mean, these are like 17, 18-year-old, like, football players, like, lots of, like, machismo, testosterone, and they would just go down there, and they were walking down the street and just beat them down and beat them up, and they eventually killed one.
They didn't know about you?
Oh, God, no. Nobody did that.
What's up?
San Francisco, that wouldn't really be the best idea.
Dirty?
considering They're the biggest.
I can still see somewhat. I'm like, yeah.
Like all the gay guys, are just like, don't. Like, they're just all in
It's
shape,
fine,
and
it's fine.
they would.
I don't wanna see
some
everything.
ass.
I mean, this was in the early 90s.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different bits
Yeah.
Do you remember when they dragged that black guy?
Yes.
Yep.
That was in Jasper.
Jasper, Texas.
That was fucking crazy.
His bones was right behind the truck.
He was alive, yeah.
He was
they dragged
alive
him.
when they dragged. That's the way. I don't think I'd want to die. I'd rather drown, and that's one of my biggest fears: drown or dying by fire.
It takes a lot of hatred and a lot of just to do that. And
Ignorance.
I mean, there's one thing just to go shoot somebody. Like, yeah, I don't like you. I'm just going to shoot you or just kill you. But,
No, but
to
yeah,
take
to
the
do
time
that-
to tie somebody up and drag them behind your vehicle because killing them isn't good enough.
You gotta be a little off.
That's a little. You got to be off in the head. I mean,
gotta
you
be
just
a
have to
little
be very off.
Yeah, that can't just be a
You have to
hatred
be
thing.
like
That's gotta
on crazy
be,
pills.
Yeah.
And they didn't even get out to put the chain back in. They just let his body
kept
just clunk,
going.
clunk, 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 clunk. And when they heard the chain clinking, they kept going. He was done.
How did they find out who it was? Just because they drove all over town and people saw it?
You know how, if you're,
It just happened.
what do you call it? If
Things come out.
you're,
They did catch him though, right?
Nazi,
Yeah,
racist,
yeah,
kind of, they're
yeah.
going to
It
go
was like
and tell
all
all
the Oprah
somebody, and
stuff.
one person's going to say something.
Somebody's gonna be like.
Somebody
"That's
always
fucked
runs
up."
their mouth.
Well, I mean, I'm glad in that case they did. I wouldn't.
No, I'm just saying though. Somebody always ends up telling
that what
someone.
they did. You know, they
what
end up
did.
bragging.
That's how those kids got caught. That gay bashed. They talked about it to their friends, and eventually got to somebody who said,
Somebody don't think it's funny.
"Hey, these guys, I'm gonna turn them in."
Have you ever been in a situation where you were almost?
Where you picked that?
Never.
You would. It's unusual to see that you live in like Dallas and Texas.
Never. I think one time at a park, I was like, we were at some park like just like laying out, hanging out with the dogs or something, and some guy like he was a chicken shit. Because I would have got it. I would totally get up and defend myself. Like,
He was a what?
I'm not trying to be like a big macho, like, you know, but I would get up and
if you have
defend
to, you
myself.
will.
And some guy chicken shit like way behind us yells faggot.